This is Gene Keys, Skyserve, Texas News. Hitman in San Antonio murder-for-hire slaying is set to die after nearly a quarter of a century on death row. NBCDFW.com contributed to this report. Ronald Ruiz walked up to a car as it pulled into a driveway of a San Antonio home and said he needed directions. Then he asked Mark Rodriguez, one of the two men inside the vehicle, "Do I do it?" Rodriguez replied, "Yes." Teresa Rodriguez, Mark's sister-in-law, was getting out of the passenger side of the car, looked up at Ruiz as he walked toward her, and smiled at him. Ruiz put a .357 Magnum revolver to her head and fired. On Tuesday, 44-year-old Ruiz is set for lethal injection for the murder-for-hire slaying he carried out more than 28 years ago. Despite warnings, the Texas Legislature plans to privatize much of the child welfare system. The TexasObserver.com contributed to this report. In 2016, more than 200 children died of abuse and neglect in Texas. Under pressure, lawmakers are moving at breakneck speed to address the state's failing child welfare system. But in doing so, they may be rushing into a privatization scheme that could plunge Child Protective Services into crisis again. Both chambers of the Texas Legislature are considering legislation that would privatize big parts of CPS. Case management and kinship placement duties currently performed by the state workers will be performed by private agencies if any of the bills are passed. Pressure from the governor to get CPS reforms passed quickly has hushed most criticism. When asked what are the great moments in Texas history, Texans usually will answer the Alamo. But there is a Texas museum adding new dimension to Texas heritage. The FredericksburgStandard.com contributed to this report. A new exhibit marking the 50th anniversary of the National Museum of the Pacific War was unveiled recently at a reception in Fredericksburg, Texas. The reception was held in the Nimitz Ballroom in what was the Nimitz Hotel. In dramatic fashion, covers on panels were pulled back slowly to showcase the beginning of Fredericksburg's biggest attraction, which showed the museum's first half-century, starting in 1967 as the Nimitz Memorial Navy Museum. The facility honors the Pacific Theater of World War II, paying homage to Admiral Chester W. Nimitz, a Fredericksburg native. Expanded in 1991 with the addition of the George H.W. Bush Gallery. Today's National Museum of the Pacific War features 55,000 square feet of displays and a large addition to Texas heritage. Visit us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, or Tumblr at Skyserve News Service. This is Gene Keys, Skyserve, Texas News.